last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Another tote for Etienne. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
A give to Etienne running right. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. On 3rd down, here's Etienne. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Travis Etienne, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Now a give up the middle to Williams. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense, I think, in the future. If you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Here's Wilson to throw. Sutton reeling it in on the left side. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. It'll be a gain of 5. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, Wilson. That's complete. It's Okuwebunam. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that'll bring up 4th down.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. It kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
The line to gain is the 33 on third down. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Now Wilson. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up fourth down.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
Hey, 0-0.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Dancing to his left. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Andre Sisco. And the Jags are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. That had disaster written all over. You've got a right-handed quarterback, a rolling left, and throwing it pretty far downfield.
It's really difficult to do, to try and get your body twisted around into the proper position and get anything on the ball as you heave it downfield. And that's what it actually turns into, a heave. And that's not really a good throw, is it?
Not good, and we saw the result. Give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain. So you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 59 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. And they'll go again with Etienne. The tackle made by Calebon Chason.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
I'm ready.
Second down and 5. And now they'll throw it with Lawrence. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
On play action, Lawrence. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. On fourth down, on is Logan Cook to punt. And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. This one angles out of bounds at a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Up the middle, it's Williams. Trying to find some space to operate, and now they'll have it. A gain of 12, a big first down to get away from the end zone. Play action, it's Wilson. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd and short.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson. He'll get that complete to Alberto. They find some open field here. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a 1st down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. He's going deep for Brown. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. Got an open man here, and it's K.J. Hamler. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. They go play action now. Wilson. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. They go play action with Wilson. He finds Sutton crossing the formation complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. It's a gain of 20 as we wind down near 20 seconds left in the quarter.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And he will score. Touchdown, Denver. K.J. Hamler as the first half is winding down. And the Broncos go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And they're going to be waiting for him as they get him behind the line. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Jaguars with work to do. They trail here as we are back underway on EA Sports. And the half will begin with a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. A give running right, Etienne. And some space here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 89 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
That's good for a Jaguars.
Etienne once more. And he's got this down to the 35. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. Here's a give to Etienne. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Play action. It's Lawrence. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack. Impressive individual effort there. No one was going to stop him around the edge.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And that's why if you play in a 4-3 base and you're a defensive end, that's why you get the big bucks. They count on you to do everything. Defend the run and, of course, get to the quarterback.
And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. Now a field goal try coming up here for the Jags. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. Oh, nope, never had a chance. Well to the right, no good. And this will stay at a 7-point game. Down here in the third quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, and one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the second miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Now Wilson on first down. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. It's Devin Lloyd with a pick, and the Jaguars are going to take possession of the football. Well, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. A nice read on your part. Sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes, those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB. Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
They go play action now. Lawrence. That's going to be caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. Lawrence on the sneak. And no signal, but I don't think he got the surge behind center. No, he's going to be kept out of the end zone. Lawrence on the sneak. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the sneak. Kind of a wasted play there, and now it's 3rd down.
Almost want to go Shakespeare here. My kingdom for a yard. Quarterback sneak, nothing doing.
Better be careful. Shakespeare might sue you.
Yeah, he might come get me, right? Good luck with that part.
Etienne, and trying to shake free, but Etienne cannot. The defense will stop him short. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
That was a huge play on 3rd down, so now what? Do you go for it? Do you trust your offense? Or do you want to put on your defense to try and get the ball back? Me? I'm going for it right here.
Now a field goal try coming up here for the Jags. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And this one is right through. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. Well, the 3 points certainly helps, but you feel like, Charles, at this stage of the game, when you force those turnovers, need to start converting them into touchdowns.
Yeah, I'm a little bit surprised myself because I thought in this situation they were thinking end zone or bust. Now they got to rely on their defense, get the ball back again for another opportunity to get 6 points.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. The last drive for this offense, Charles, you remember it ended in one play, that quick interception, but they do still have the lead as they start this drive here.
And that's something to focus on for them as well, because it's not quite no harm, no foul, but the interception, hey, shake it off, move on. Hasn't cost your team the lead, and now it's time to rebound, and the quarterback and his teammates, they can add to the lead with a good drive here. Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down. The Broncos send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. That'll go as a 42-yard punt, and they'll be aided by a loss of yardage on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back. What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never bought the play-action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
Straight ahead, Etienne. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
From the gun on 3rd down, Lawrence. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. The field flipper there, a 47-yard punt coupled with a loss on the return. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Then he will finally be taken down, but how about that play? It's a big one on the final act of the 3rd quarter. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They stick to the ground game on 1st down. It's Williams. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
The offense on third down, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Bronco touchdown. K.J. Hamler with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Broncos are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Elliott good with a PAT, and that makes it a 21-10 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. A run there on first down going nowhere as he stopped right at the 25. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. You know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now Lawrence. Open man right side is Ingram. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Lawrence to throw. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't 3rd down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the 1st down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
Lawrence going to get this to Etienne. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Hey, exit. Hey, Mike Davis.
On 3rd down, Lawrence looking middle, and that's complete. And he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. They'll try it now with Swift. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. They bring a receiver in motion right. On 1st down, Wilson. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Chad Muma charging hard from that linebacker spot, and he drops him for a loss of 11.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist. After
the sack on 1st down, Wilson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Throwing is Wilson. Ball hit as he throws there, incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Here's Jake Elliott. Career long, by the way, for him, 61 yards. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. Now this will remain an 11-point spread. Now, Charles, all things considered, I guess that's not a critical miss at this stage, is it?
No, but still everything helps when you're trying to finish off a ball game. And you're right, not critical in terms of the scoreboard and the team, but the guy with the golden foot, he knows he's only as good as his last kick.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And the Broncos are in great shape here as they take over at their 46.
They'll take over first down 10 at their own 46-yard line.
Here we go.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They have to like the position that they are in. Fourth quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And 3rd and 8 now. To throw on 3rd down, Bowen. And that is incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield or man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
On the set. Cut. Blue check. Blue striker.
On 4th down, Bowen. That's complete. It's Okuwebunam. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Sutton. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. That one looks like he'll throw here. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 14. A nice pickup of 17 yards.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the 4th quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage, because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys.
And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. A well-designed well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards.
Well, remember, they had the nice gain on the previous play, but they just gave a lot of it back right there on that sack.
Yeah, they get the sack, get back some real estate. Felt like the type of play that can spark the defense and swing some momentum. Almost felt like a take-that type of a play, didn't it, partner?
Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
Certainly appeared like they had a great chance of that turning into a touchdown, but maybe led him just a bit too much.
Yeah, out of the back of the end zone. That's tough on a 5-yard pass, but one of that distance, that can be tough to gauge when you're in the back of the end zone. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
The kick by Elliott is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the way out the door and maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
We'll see if they go back to base. And they'll throw on 1st down with Lawrence. Completes it to Evan Ingram. And he's going to be out of bounds inside the 25-yard line. A big connection on that one. 41 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. Now a field goal try coming up here for the Jags. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. And he missed it. It's no good. And this will remain a 2-touchdown game.
Well, CD, for the losing side, they had opportunities in this one, but big plays just didn't go their way, especially late, and they have to suffer the L here.
It certainly felt like that takeaway